I don't know about you folks out there, but I am deeply disturbed by what I have just viewed. Call me by my name. So that's like an inside thing. Maybe we'll get into it. Maybe we won't. But you know what else is deeply disturbing? This podcast, which is Our Reviews Will Kill You. I am the man you may know as Z.
But don't you worry. Daddy's home.
Daddy is home, and Daddy's got some friends. His friends include one complete degenerate who finally decided to wear his hat that has double the N's, double the O's, and double B's. It's Zanoob Noob.
I'm color coordinating today.
Really? Not really.
I mean, it's blue and
It's not
different
really.
blue.
It's more like dirty blue and then nice blue.
Yeah, well, this shirt hasn't been washed in months.
Oh, that's why you smell so bad.
Yeah, I also pooped.
Disgusting. And you know who's not disgusting?
Well,
That would be our producer extraordinaire.
I thought you were going to say Baby Yoda.
No, Baby Yoda's not disgusting, and neither is Scott Keebler. He is so fresh and so clean.
I
Let's
am
take
so
you,
fresh and
Scott.
so clean. I took my one shower this week. You can see it just radiating off me, the cleanliness. Yes, welcome. It's Friday once again. We are live. Ron Trey, we see you already in the chat, and we're looking forward to all the rest of our friends. There's Ray Zay. Welcome, welcome. Looking forward to all the rest of our friends joining us this Friday night as usual. And I must say, Noob, blue on blue is not necessarily color coordinated. Your hat actually is a lot closer color to that fancy Yoda shirt that Z's wearing over there.
So fancy.
So fancy. Z's rocking the Don't Make Me Force Choke a Bitch shirt available in the OrkU store. Definitely go check that out. We got all kinds of cool stuff. Your fresh, Ray Say says, our fresh from the shower scent is emanating and creating an aurora. Unfortunately, Noob's aurora is dirty. He's not capable of
So I
Straight
should
up
just take off
dirty.
my shirt and clean while I'm here?
No. There's no points to lose tonight. Keep your shirt on. Put it down. Please put it down.
Oh, no. Stop that.
We
What are
don't
you
want to
doing?
see that. We don't want to see that.
Hey,
Stop
hey,
it.
hey,
Oh,
Ray.
my
Stop it.
God.
Why don't you just put your shirt down and tell us what we got going on tonight?
Oh my God, we have so much. Apparently, there's a lot of deaths going on around the world. Much of Sony. A lot of Sony stuff is dying. George R.R. Martin is finding another way to delay Game of Thrones. Volkswagen is
really
getting an
good.
electric new name. President Bitchface, his dog is attacking people.
What?
He is attacking oranges. The dog is really angry against oranges. It's weird. Breakup bears. They are available at a local store near you. Gangs of international Lego thieves are arrested. I didn't know that was a thing. James Cameron is threatening to fire everyone off of his shitty movies called Avatar. That's not going to help them be any more good. DC is canceling a bunch of side projects that were supposed to be kind of important.
Side pieces?
Yes, side pieces, but they were supposed to be important, and they are getting canceled. Then we're jumping to Orc Tales for an F-35 that shoots itself in the face. Nike is suing Satan. I don't know what that means. And a knife-wielding spider god is discovered. That is also concerning to me. Reviews, we are giving an update on Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I have not watched past the premiere. Godzilla versus Kong, which we have all watched. We're going to give our quick thoughts before we go into a spoiler review next week. And Invincible, a new animated series on Amazon from Robert Kirkman. It's very bloody. I heard.
You heard.
I heard.
You
The
may
bird
have
is the
heard.
word.
Yes.
Yeah, so you
Yes.
see our chat is up and running. We want to see and hear from you guys as well. Ray Say is saying DC side pieces. Apparently, DC doesn't have any side pieces. We will talk about that later. But before we
They're
do
going
anything,
monogamous.
but before we do anything else, we need to do our housekeeping.
Housekeeping, you want me to jerk you off?
What kind of hotel is this?
Up first in our housekeeping tonight is some videos that we did on our YouTube. The first one I did was the Suicide Squad cheat sheet. I spent a minute and went through all the new characters we're going to see in this new Suicide Squad No spoilers. No spoilers. Just who are we going to see? And if you're not familiar with the Suicide Squad, definitely go watch this. Check that out. It's just a quick who's who that you're going to see. Hopefully, it'll help you understand the movie when it does make an appearance. That is over on our YouTube. Definitely check that out. Also, this week was the big battle we were all waiting for. It came, it went, and it was a lot of fun. We had our Justice League showdown with Next Level Ben. OrkU snuck by with a squeaker of a winner, but
Yes,
hey,
I am 0-1 in the graveyard. Thank you. 0-1.
that's a tie. 0-1 with me. You tied. You're 1-0-0.
Oh, I just assumed we tied when we were fighting in the graveyard.
In the graveyard afterwards. Actually, I think we did lose points. Noob had to say something stupid at the end there, but no, the points remained as they were. That was a lot of fun. A lot of good information went back and forth. A lot of actually interesting and smart conversation, which is something we don't expect from this room. Smart, SMRT. It happened, and that was a lot of fun. That is on our YouTube. Check that out. And if you don't get our YouTube, you just listen to the audio versions. The audio version of that podcast, as well as some other special gems, is available on our Patreon. So definitely go to ourreviewswillkillyou.com/links to find all of those video and audio goodnesses. Noob, do you have anything for housekeeping?
Nothing really. I still haven't bought Wonder Woman 84. I probably should soon, even though the movie.
You're really gonna buy that thing?
I'm debating it. It's really not that great.
Is there anyone in the chat who wants a digital copy of
I was honestly going to give it to Ray, and then he bought it and watched it, and he was like, "It's not that great,"
that? So Ray already
which
got
is
a
true. So I would have felt bad giving you the movie, although it would have been free. So then that actually would have been better than you buying it yourself. But you win some, you lose some. Maybe next time, though, kid.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Wonder Woman 87 or 97, 2007.
Or Wonder Woman never gonna happen.
Or the one that Zack Snyder directs, which will probably be better.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll have actual villains in it.
But I have nothing to add.
All right. Well, in that case, that's it for our housekeeping. Let's get right into our news.
Good news, everyone.
News.
So this first story is actually from the person who is in the chat right
Mark
now.
D wants it. Mark D needs to be in the chat to get it.
Doc is here, and he gave us some PlayStation news. He announced the death of the PS3,
Doc announced the death of
the
it.
PSP, and the PS Vita, and it's very sad. Not that anyone plays any of those things, but it's just the online support. So they're just killing the servers for it. You can still use the system. Still has plenty of games. I have a PS3 myself. Plays the PS1 and the PS2 games. It's got the Fat Boy. I got the Fat Boy one.
Fat Boy PS3.
Yeah, the original one that plays backwards compatibility to the 1 and the 2. That's why it's valuable. And the online support is being killed off. The ending date for PS3 is July 2nd. Then the PSP and the PS Vita is dying on 8/21.
Actually, the PSP is dying on the 2nd as well.
Oh.
And the Vita, which I didn't even know this was a thing, will be August 21st. And yes, you will not be able to get any new content, but your previously purchased games will still be accessible, and the cross-buy support actually will still be available.
Can I still play Flappy Bird?
If you bought Flappy Bird, you can still play Flappy Bird.
I had Flappy Bird on my old phone.
Isn't that worth like a lot of money?
It used to be, and then people stopped giving a shit.
It was like a thing for a little bit.
I was great at Flappy Bird. I was fucking awesome.
I don't even know what Flappy Bird is.
You tap the bird and you make it fly through little tubes.
Get the tubes.
It was annoying.
Oh yeah, and like when you tap more, it like flew up, and when you stopped, it came back down. And
yep,
right?
yeah. They have a game at Dave and Buster's. I used to fucking wreck that shit for the bonus coupons.
Flapping.
Yes. Oh my god.
You do flap like a bird.
It was
so
intense.
I can see the similarities.
There was a lot of sweating involved.
So sweaty.
A lot of angry sweating.
A lot of angry white men sweating.
Yeah. So
just a whole horde.
It's all for the points, though.
Surrounding the video game arcade.
I
thing.
gotta do it for the points. Oh, Wiser Thanold. Oh my god, that's such a fancy name. What's up, buddy? I like you.
What up, Wiser?
Thank you. I don't know who you are, but you have a fancy name, and I like you.
But I like you. Wiser's been in the chat before.
I know, but every time I see his name, I keep thinking Thanos, but it's not Thanos.
He's the wisest
Thanold.
of Thanos.
I imagine you to be a slightly middle-aged British man. So that's my version of you. Don't ruin it.
Don't destroy the dream for him.
Yeah.
We just
He'll be
putting
very
faces,
sad.
just putting faces to the names.
I
Yeah.
imagine you enjoy a butterscotch from time to time.
Butterscotch.
Maybe some fennel tea. That's
Fennel
good
tea.
for sipping.
What's a Earl Grey hot?
Oh my god, an iced Earl Grey. My god, you seem. Oh, is he part of your group? Is he part of the gang?
He's part of the crew.
Oh my god.
Money team.
No, he's probably not a butterscotch guy. Probably likes
He could-
burritos.
He could still be British.
No, I don't think he's British anymore.
So what's
Oh.
the
I don't think British people play Grand Theft Auto. They're too classy.
too classy? They play isn't there a British version of that?
I don't.
Grand Theft Auto, Autobahn.
Oh,
Grand
God.
Theft Carriage.
Just go around
Yes.
stealing tea from people sitting in cafes. So should we move on to our next story?
Strumpets.
We should.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So George R.R. Martin, who is also incredibly fat,
And a fail.
he.
Why are you playing this game?
Well, because oh my God, that's a picture.
That's not even a bad picture of him. He actually looks better there than he has in years.
This
he usually
man
looks like a hobo.
This man finds any excuse to not finish the Game of Thrones books. Like
What
what?
is this future Scott?
That is kind of looking like future Scott with bad eyesight.
That's.
I mean,
that's-
Scott, don't you have suspenders like that?
I do have suspenders, and yeah, at one point I guess I'm wielding glasses again. LASIK was amazing, by the way. I was just to
yes.
get it.
First off, that man definitely has scoliosis. Look at how he's hunched over. That is bad posture.
That's Santa, isn't it?
My God.
Oh, I don't. That's a scary looking Santa.
That's a
That's
Santa.
Santa.
I mean,
the
we better
Go
hope. We better hope it's Santa because Santa's immortal. Unlike George R.R. Martin, who probably won't survive his 5-year deal.
yeah, the only thing that saves his posture is that his flappy tits are resting on his fat stomach.
what was the story again? I
Oh
forget.
yeah, he signed a 5-year deal, I think, with Netflix.
HBO.
Martine in the chat.
HBO. He's gonna make a bunch of movies instead of writing books for the one thing that's successful for him.
It was a mid 8-figure deal.
I don't understand at this point. Like, why?
A
Why?
mid 8-figure deal.
That's what I saw. I couldn't find an actual number. All I saw was mid 8 figures.
What's 8 figures? Is that like $1 million?
Eight figures. Well, yeah. 8 figures would be $10 million. 10 million
plus.
would be low 8 figures. 90 million would be high. So we're thinking around $50 million.
Yeah.
$50 million
For a 5-year deal making HBO movies that are probably shit.
Aren't there like 3 prequel movies that they killed already? One with Naomi Watts. I think we did a story on that.
Yeah, they killed them and then they're making new ones. Like they're replacing them. They're like Hydra heads.
Well, you cut one off and 2 spawn from its stump.
Yeah. I kind of don't give a shit about this anymore.
I just want them to finish the goddamn books.
Yeah. All I want is them to finish the books and then redo the last 3 seasons.
Redo the
Just fucking redo it. Snyderverse it. Redo it.
without Benioff and Weiss.
Have Zack Snyder do it.
Zack Snyder. How about the new Snyder cut is the Game of Thrones Snyderverse?
Oh, that'd
cut.
be awesome. There'd be a lot of slow motion.
Yes, there'd be a lot of. He likes zombies. Remember?
Oh,
He's
that's
a big
true.
zombie guy.
Yeah.
He likes
Why
the
don't
zombies.
we have Michael Bay come back and do it? I mean, just
No.
all you need is just a few more explosions. You already had the dragon blowing up the whole town and shit like that.
I take Michael Bay over J.J. Abrams doing it.
I would take Michael Bay over J.J. Abrams as well.
Yeah.
At this point, J.J. Abrams is not.
No one needs a lens flare off of like a sword in the sun or something like that.
This sword and then to get lens flares.
We don't need that.
What was the story, by the way? That he signed a 5-year deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
That's
He
it.
signed a 5-year deal. Probably ate
prepared.
McDonald's to celebrate.
Be prepared for more Game of Thrones. You would think, how long has the show been over? Like 2 years now? Almost?
2 years.
I don't understand why it took them so long to start spin-offs and like HBO ain't got nothing else except for the Snyder Cut. And
They're deciding how woke to make it.
Yes, back in the Middle Ages was very.
Are
woke.
dragons going to Me Too each other? Maybe.
Maybe zombies. They have identities too. And
it's easy.
Suspect genders.
It's easier for a dragon. It's easier for a drago to become a draga than I think many other species out there. Frogs do it often. Actually, frogs will switch over.
Yes, frogs do switch.
Yes. So
what else?
That's what dragons are. They're just basically giant frogs.
Giant.
I don't think that's how that works.
That is.
Are
you getting into the government's making gay frogs now? Government's making gay frogs. They'll make it gay. The frogs gay, so they can make people gay.
So basically, there's a little bit of German ingenuity coming, and it's getting a little bit of electric news because Volkswagen, our favorite German automobile. Is there any other German automobiles?
They
not
are
sure.
German. Yes.
This is the car.
German.
Hitler really loved Volkswagen, by the way. Just a fun fact.
Did you know that Volkswagen actually did, in fact, manufacture German military equipment?
Did they really?
Oh yeah, 100%.
In World War II?
Yes, they did.
Oh my!
Wasn't that? Yeah, that was the origins of the company, wasn't it? Or they just.
I'm going to say no to that one, but I'm going to say that they did exist and did in fact manufacture. So they're full of Nazi gold, is what we're saying. Is that what we're saying?
Is
that the story?
I think the story is that the news story is that Volkswagen supported killing Jews.
Oh my God! Maybe.
We just found out they used electricity.
To electrocute the Jews.
Oh my God!
In the concentration camps.
Wow.
Rest in peace. So Volkswagen played an April Fool's joke and said it was changing its name.
Was it an April Fool's?
To Volkswagen.
He's an idiot.
Was it? It's not a.
It said Volkswagen hoaxes media with fake statement.
So it turns out it was an April Fool's joke, and they're actually in a lot of hot water for it because like the SEC or whoever's like coming down on them because they're like, well, this wasn't funny because people can lose money on stuff like this and it wasn't appropriate. How many times have companies changed their names as part of a prank or a ploy or advertisement or media attention? Remember when IHOP became iBurger or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's amusing because they released it on their Twitter. What isn't today April 2nd? And the story's from like 3 days ago.
Well,
you're not allowed to do an April Fool's.
This
joke
is what
on April Fools.
That's what they're saying is like, okay, so this was an April Fool's joke. They did it on May 30th with the intention that on April Fool's they're going to announce that it was an April Fool's joke, which I think is the biggest mess up that they did. Instead of doing an on April Fool's, we'd be like, oh yeah, haha, April Fool's. They did a couple days before, which I think is why they're getting in hot water.
Another company, so Uno's, because I got Uno's like once and now I get emails from them.
Uno's?
Yes, Uno's on May 31st send me an email. They're like, today's the last day to get Chicago deep dish pizza. I'm like, huh? That's the whole fucking.
They eliminated.
I'm like, that's the whole point of your entire establishment. And they're like, yeah, sorry, it's too it's too much cost. We're not making enough money. We have to close it down. So today's our last day, and we're starting off without any. And I'm like, okay. And then
they asked you to send money to a Kenyan prince.
Yes. And then on April 1st, Jesus Christ. April 1st, they sent an email like, oh, just kidding. Like, we still have pizza. Please come buy some.
That's stupid.
So
you're
companies
only allowed to do it on April 1st.
Yeah. So companies seem to be doing it on days before it, leading into it to create I don't know.
They deserve all the backlash they get.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Because their timing sucks. That's like trying to post that women belong in the kitchen before you post the other thing after that. Way to go, Burger King. But a lot of this was because they are advertising and are announcing that they are making an all-electric vehicle. It's the ID.4 is their newest thing that they're going to be pushing. So they went to do an April Fool's joke, and they also went to advertise that they're also trying to compete in the all-electric market.
The Dilectro Schwarzen.
Listen, these cars with their electric shit need to let Tesla handle it. All right, let their stock price for Tesla keep going up.
Because you own one Tesla.
I own two
Tesla shares.
So I need that to go to like 100,000 a piece. I'll be Gucci. It's fine. No one else needs to make electric cars except Elon Musk. In Elon, we trust.
In Elon we trust.
Yes.
So was there what's the next story then?
The next story is more presidential than this.
Is this a troll too?
I don't know. I didn't pick this. The president's dog is attacking people.
Yes, this is a story. There's been some apparently he's also been pooping on the lawn. We have alerts of pooping on the White House lawn and biting people, specifically in the dick.
He bit off Biden's penis.
What's his name? Sergeant Biden?
Sergeant Snickerdoodles?
No, it's Sergeant Biden. Or Major Biden?
Major Biden.
Is it Major Biden?
The dog's name is Major Biden. And Major Biden bit somebody.
Major Biden.
2 weeks ago. They said they were taking him for a walk. They turned a corner, and there's people he didn't expect, so he got offensive and bit somebody. And then this most recent one, they're saying he just kind of like nibbed at somebody, which didn't cause any damage. They, of course, saw a doctor because that's protocol. And then everybody went about their business because it wasn't that big a deal. But the the news organizations, because apparently ever since they got rid of the orange, there's nothing for the news to talk about anymore.
They got nothing better.
They're now going on and on about the dog taking a dump on a carpet because that is the biggest catastrophe this country's ever seen.
Yeah, there's only children in cages, but the dog is the important thing to go with here. We're talking straight dogs all the time. Presidential dogs. Presidential dogs are kind of a big deal.
They always were. That was the big thing with 45 was there was no presidential dog. So when Biden got elected, came into office.
Did you say 95? There was
huge
no dog?
deal. Well, 95 years old. There was a huge deal that there were now dogs in the White House again because American will only trust people that own and love dogs because that's how.
I will take your word for it.
I'm a little he looks really happy. How much peanut butter does President Biden buy on a weekly basis?
Oh, in the Oval Office. What about you? Is he using them stogies?
Yeah, I'm a little suspicious. Why do you gotta
Scott
shoot?
made the final decision.
Don't shoot him. He didn't do anything. He's being lured with peanut butter.
We thought you were the liberal cuck counterpoint.
I always, I always have to put the animals down. It's for Noob Noob's sake. I don't want Noob Noob to get bit, so I have to put the dog down.
You don't want him to get bit. I mean, his tiny pee-pee is very sensitive to being bit.
Oh my god, it's too tiny to be even bitten. Literally slips right through the dog's teeth,
like a toothpick. Exactly. What is the next story?
Oh my god! So we have breakup bears. And they are the best thing ever.
It's not me. It's Woo. Does it say you?
It says you, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, Build-A-Bear, the best bear company in the world.
Is there a better bear company?
I don't think so.
I think
you can
bigger bear. The only bear company.
If you're too much of a pussy to break up with your significant other in person, you can send a breakup bear.
Softest, gentlest way.
Yes. And you can put voice boxes in Build-A-Bear. So I assume you can even put your own voice in the breakup bear. Like, hey,
I don't love you.
I don't love you anymore. Or like, oh, you don't suck my penis enough.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like people.
I need space that is beautiful. Tear wicking t-shirts. Oh, tear wicking.
Tear. Wow.
Tear wicking.
Proud of you.
It's a heart torn in half, and
that's
it says
true.
tear.
Also says tear.
Apparently, you are good at English.
Well,
I am.
You know what's interesting about this story that you brought to us, Noob Noob? When you go and you say that, check out the full collection below, and you click that link, you get taken here.
Where? Oh my god!
Noob Noob's not looking, and Z's taking a drink.
See, they did it the right way.
It was an April Fool's joke. They did it properly. Where on the first they released it, and it turned out it was an April Fool's joke. Says April Fools, Build-A-Bear doesn't break hearts. We add a little more heart to life. But if you're here, you must have a great sense of humor, and we love that. And then, of course, there's a whole bunch more information for more shit that you can buy through Build-A-Bear.
Shit that you can buy. So they're saying, well, we're hoping you don't break up with people and send them a nice bear.
See, I've never gotten a breakup bear before because no one has ever broken up with me because I am the greatest human being
that's
ever.
because you've never actually been able to date anybody.
My girlfriend actually has said something in the chat for the first time in 17 years.
Great to know that is the first time.
The breakup bears. Oh, that's
Yeah. So Noob's girlfriend's getting a breakup bear. Actually,
she's gonna buy that breakup bear.
Noob's girlfriend. I don't suggest you use Build a Bear if you're looking to break up with Noob. There's another site. There's another site that I want to send you to, and it's called Build a Bomb.
I was gonna say I'm gonna build a bomb and blow her shit up before she can ever leave me.
No, what you do is you get the bear and you stuff it full of C4,
Uh-huh.
and then you send it. She'll send it to you, preferably, and then we'll be done with you at least.
No, I can never be
then
done.
Everyone can be done with you.
No one.
Is that? Are you admitting to those murky issues?
This show would immediately fail if I died. Immediately fail.
Actually, we have had shows without Noob, and they got more views.
Remember that one time, like, I don't know, 2 years ago, we brought in Kevin to replace me?
Remember that time that in the chat, Noob's girlfriend said that great suggestion, Scott, when I said that she should build a bomb to blow you up?
Oh, my God.
Because that just happened.
No. What she meant to say is she wants a bomb in dead air.
A bomb in dead air?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I don't even know where to go with that one.
I'm just gonna keep blowing shit up, so we hopefully can't hear you talk.
She knows where to go.
I don't know.
What's
if
next?
You're discussing anal
hopping down the old bunny trail.
Whoa.
Disgusting.
So James Cameron. Oh wait, no, never mind. A gang of international Lego thieves. I can't imagine that's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
They were arrested for, I guess,
April Fools too. Did I get?
I don't know.
No, this is a real thing.
This is real.
The genuine article.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Someone stole Legos internationally.
They are good, but they were like the best Legos.
I guess so.
Lego my Lego.
So the Legos they're going after are the ones like the Lego Ultimate Collector's Series Millennium Falcon, which has been going
not just like one piece.
Which has been going for this set has been going on the black market for $15,000, which makes sense because when it was available, you could buy it for $1,300.
So here's what I thought they were doing. I just assumed that they were breaking into people's houses and stealing the very last piece. You know how you get to the end of the set of the Legos and you're like, where's the last piece? I can't finish the thing.
It's because the Lego bandits have broken in and took it. They've upgraded. They used to be the puzzle bandits, but now they're the Lego bandits.
They used to be puzzle bandits and they've upgraded. They've moved on. So there you go. Apparently you can black market sell your Legos.
So
who
what happened
was worth anything anymore?
Well, so officers took 3 people into custody, 2 men and a woman who traveled from Poland to Theives, a town outside of Paris, where they were allegedly caught raiding a shop. They come to France. They set up hotel in the Paris region, then set about raiding toy stores before returning to Poland to sell off their haul. We say that the Lego children isn't just made for children. There are numerous adults who play. There are swaps and sales on the internet. We've also had people complaining their homes have been broken into for stolen Legos. In 2014, police in Arizona received stolen Legos worth $145,000, arresting 4 people. A year later, 5 people are arrested with an $11,000 Lego haul. In Australia, professional thieves target toy shops in Victoria and New South Wales, taking $22,000 worth of Legos in 2014. Another interesting one that is hot on the black market is the Taj Mahal, and this Taj Mahal Lego set is going for about $3,800.
See, look, we're here to protect your Lego assets. You heard it here from OrkU. We're here to protect your Lego assets. Don't leave them out of your sight. Don't let your children swallow them, because then they'll steal your children.
Which might be why I've been feeding Legos to all my children for years.
You don't have children.
Not anymore, because they got stolen by the Lego bandits.
They did get stolen by the Lego bandits. Noob doesn't know what Legos are. He only knows what Barbie dolls are.
Yeah, I do like the Ken house.
Because he likes the smooth front parts. It makes him feel at home.
It really does. I love the Ken bar. What was the latest edition? rainbow-colored Barbies where there's like one of each.
Yep.
And then I have the house where they all just commingle, and it's basically like
a lesbian scissor session.
Yeah, and Ken just watches from upstairs
because he has no private.
What? Hold on! Whoa! I'm not saying anything bad. What's wrong with rainbows? That's right.
What's wrong with lesbian scissor fest?
There's nothing. There's nothing wrong with lesbians. Lesbians are great if they're attractive. If they're not, then please stop doing that. Like that's just no thanks. Well, hold on. I'm not saying
lesbians got to get theirs too.
Well, they do, just like in the privacy of their own home, unless they're attractive. Then OnlyFans, please. Like, send me your digits. I'll be your producer.
Speaking of OnlyFans, did you hear? I just heard this. Fucking bad baby. What's that? That Cash Me Outside girl.
Oh my God.
She turns 18. She makes an OnlyFans account, and in one day makes $1 million.
In 6 hours.
Yeah.
6 hours, that ugly ghetto bitch made $1 million.
If only you guys were sexy bitches.
She's not have you seen her? I'd rather fuck a lamppost. I like, no, thanks.
But how disgusting is that? There were thralls upon thralls of perverts just waiting for her to turn 18.
Thralls of perverts.
Because at 17 it's illegal, but at 18 it's legal now.
Are you making an argument one way or the other there, Scott?
Is that what happened? She just turned 18?
She just turned 18.
Oh my God. You know who didn't subscribe? Tom Hanks.
You know, everybody who bought an OnlyFans for her in that 6 hours should be put on a watch list and have to go knock on their neighbors' doors and tell them that they're a pedophile.
Bad Bobby.
Oh,
I don't even know what she
is. Disgusting.
She sings or something.
She what?
I know she's got her nipples pierced.
She's like a rapper, or I don't know.
Yeah, apparently, ever since she was on Dr. Phil, I think, and she did that whole dumb Cash Me Outside thing.
Yeah.
And since then, she's like made a career on just being a little bitch, just making like. But she's got like actually platinum selling songs. Like it's what's wrong with this world?
She's talented.
She's not talented.
She truly must be talented.
That's terrifying.
You know who is talented?
Who is talened?
James Cameron.
James Cameron.
Kind of talented. Sometimes.
He's also kind of a dick.
Not recently though, because Avatar's not good.
It did make a lot of money.
I don't give a shit. It's still not a good movie.
That they re-released it so that Disney could out Disney.
Hold on, there's a knock joke in the chat. Jay Bird, Scott, knock. All right, Jay Bird, who's there?
What's going
response on that?
Oh, we're just gonna sit here and wait for.
No, we're gonna sit here in silence and wait for Jay Bird.
All right,
tell us about James Cameron.
Okay. Well, apparently he's a bit of a dick, and he threatened to fire all the writers off of Avatar sequels like 2 through 20.
2 through 20, yeah.
Because they just keep fucking making them.
He's doing 2 through 4.
2 through 5.
I wasn't trying.
I don't know why he's doing 2 through 5. I thought he was a writer. Is he firing himself?
So he took all the writers into the writers' room, and his. Well, first of all,
do you want the quote? Do you want the quote?
Yeah,
I have the quote.
Go right ahead.
All right. So James Cameron said, "When I sat down to write the sequels, I knew there were going to be 3 at a time and eventually turn into 4. I put together a group of writers and I said, I don't want to hear anybody's new ideas or anyone's pitches until we have spent some time figuring out what worked on the first film, what connected and why it worked." He then continued to say, "They kept wanting to talk about the new stories, and I said, we aren't doing that yet. Eventually, I had to threaten to fire them all because they were doing what writers do, which is try and create new stories. I said, we need to understand what the connection was and protect it. Protect that ember and that flame."
I would have fired anyone who worked on Avatar, period, because that movie is crap.
It's not crap. It's just like,
well, it's
meh.
a ripoff of.
It's just like, eh.
It is. It's Dances with Wolves, but in space and blue rabbits.
And if you're watching on our YouTube, we do have images here that they released. That's going to be the new Avatar universe for, I'm expecting, movie number 2. It wasn't that it was a great movie. It was actually a really stupid ass concept, and just like just was a movie that reiterated about how horrible human people are. Human people, yes, I know.
Unobtainium.
But
that takes a lot of writers to come up with that unobtainium.
That movie was groundbreaking because of the special effects, the visuals, and all that stuff that went into it, which, yes, was impressive at the time, but now we have other stuff. Jay Bird's response to the knock knock joke was, money team wants, money team gets.
That's not
I
how
think he forgot.
I don't know. That's not
how a knock knock joke works.
Yeah, that's not how knock knock jokes work, Jay Bird.
I don't think he was responding
Time
to you.
out,
I think
Jay
he was
Bird.
responding to me.
Time out. You're in timeout until you finish your knock knock joke.
Oh, jeez.
Knock knock. James Cameron's there. Here's your pink slip. There you go.
What? Nope. Okay, that was really bad. You need more sleep.
Ba-doom.
You need more. That was a Scott
I
joke.
was doing the Scott joke for you.
Oh,
Where did it go?
Creating the Scott joke.
Okay.
That's what I was doing.
Wait a second. Where the hell's my... Oh, there it is.
Oh, now Ray is joining in.
Ray's got a knock knock joke for Scott.
Boy, and he's actually okay. Oh my God.
All right, James Cameron who?
The pedo police? Oh my God. What's happening?
Well, this is not the way the chat's supposed to go.
We're gonna be going
Knock,
through
knock
this
jokes.
chat later and writing knock knock jokes left and right. Here we
James
go. Yes,
Cameron
James
who?
Cameron who? We're
Wait
waiting for it. Ray
for
say
it.
we need a punchline here, please.
Oh my God. Keep
James
typing.
Cameron who? Ray says.
Okay.
While we're waiting on that noob, what's next?
So apparently, speaking of, well, has nothing to do with James Cameron. DC is canceling shit apparently, and
We'll do it. Here it is. It's Cameron who? I made fucking Titanic. Cameron. That's who.
Oh, he made Titanic.
Okay.
Oh, did that
Also,
get deleted?
still-
I didn't see that.
Is that redacted?
I didn't see.
No, I haven't. If you're not seeing it, you're not in the live chat. You're in the top chat. But in the live chat, his
Shit! I am in the top chat.
knock knock. Who's there? James Cameron. James Cameron who? James. I made fucking Titanic. Cameron. That's who.
I just realized I was in the top chat this entire time. Oh my
That's
goodness!
shocking.
Wow.
So
All
what
right.
is the news here about
All right.
what it? So
New
is
Gods.
this-
Yeah, so New Gods, who we saw a little bit in the Snyder Cut,
we did.
they were supposed to get their own standalone movie. From
Yeah, we actually
some-
we saw with Dark Side
goodness.
was Granny and
Desaad.
Desaad wasn't
yes.
going to be in it, but
He
oh,
might
he,
have been,
he
'cause
probably was
is-
going to be in it.
he
Yeah,
could have been. The bigger focus was Granny Goodness, Bad Barda, and
Bad
the
Baby.
High Father, Bad Bobby.
Bad Barbie was going to be in it. She's a new god after she's 18.
She is a new god. I'm pretty sure that they were just making smart business moves here. Because does this spell the end of the Snyderverse?
End? I don't think so.
Well, first of all, there's no way Ava DuVernay was going to use anything that Zack Snyder was doing. Like
No.
that's not even like that. Her Dark Side. This is the woman who did A Wrinkle in Time, which, if anyone knows anything, that's like one of the hardest flops that's ever flopped in the floppiness of the
sucks.
floppyverse. Did you watch it?
No.
It's because it wasn't made for you, bigot.
Oh my god. Wait, if I didn't watch it, I'm racist?
Bigot.
and was James Wan working with her on that, or because the
No,
other thing that
James
got canceled,
Wan was doing the,
it-
The
trench.
trench.
The Trench,
That actually
which-
seemed interesting to me.
That
which
did
was supposed to
seem
be
it. That was,
which was an Aquaman spinoff, right?
Yeah, but it was
it-
supposed to be a horror theme.
Yeah, you know the like the monster things in the Aquaman movie, like in the trench part, they were like in the Marianas Trench. The, like, weird
the things they were they were battling at the end there.
The plot was going to be like a handful of people are on vacation and they go on a boat and then they get attacked by the creepy creatures because James Wan's a horror guy and he wanted to do a horror movie, so they killed both of those projects. I would have watched The Trench. I would have been into that. There's no way that this woman was going to do a good version of New Gods. In fact, she thanks Tom King, who is the god awful comic book writer of some of the Batman stuff coming out now, which is just absolutely atrocious. And the funny part is, and your boy Zach said this because he was commenting on this. He's a great YouTuber who is from he's from Comic Gate, or not Gamergate, but basically there was a couple guys who got accused of doing bad stuff with comics, but they were totally, it was like early in the woke movement where they just ostracized these guys. And he's got really good commentary on the state of comic books today. But he said that they literally hired Tom King to talk to Ava DuVernay just so that he could explain to her who the new gods were and how this whole thing worked, because there's no way she's ever watched or read a comic book in her entire life. It's just not possible.
I mean, and that's what you're looking at trouble. You have people that are supposed to be writing what are supposed to be comic book movies that don't actually read or don't know anything about comic books. And we see she tweeted out to Tom, and she says, "Tom, I love writing New Gods with you. I'm upset that the saga of Barda, Scott, Granny, Highfather, and the Furies end this way. Diving into Kirby's fourth world was the adventure of a lifetime. That can't be taken away. Thank you for your friendship, and remember, #DarkSideIs."
Darksitis.
I don't understand. What is that? What is that?
It's like a disease, Darksitis.
There's no way she was going to use Zack Snyder's Darkseid.
Then why is the guy in the image there wearing a shirt that says Darkseid space is?
Because
then I don't know.
She doesn't know what she's talking about. She
probably
saw his T-shirt and was like, "That's the only thing I remember about you writing this is you wore a T-shirt that said Darkseid is." She probably thinks he has Darksitis.
She probably thinks he's racist because he's white.
That is not what she thinks. She's done a much more. She's done I guess an admirable job. She has a big deal with Netflix. Like, I just think you can't give somebody who you already gave her like a $250 or $200 million budget, and it flopped so hard. Wrinkle in Time made like $130 million, and the budget was definitely like $200 million, and it just got kronked. And to give her another giant big budget movie about something she isn't familiar with doesn't seem like a smart idea. And then James Wan, I don't know what this means. It's hard to say because there's a lot of people out there trying to kill the Snyder Cut and anything related to the Snyder Cut. But I didn't see these as related to the Snyder Cut. Did you?
No, I don't think they're remotely related. They have nothing to do with the Snyder Cut.
But people think that this is an indication that they're trying to eliminate anything that could have possibly be connected to the Snyderverse. So I don't know what that's about.
Or they're making way for more Snyderverse on HBO Max. That
would be nice, but I don't know if I believe that, because they did go ahead with their schedule of, like they said, there's a Zatanna movie that's disconnected from the Snyderverse, and they pushed a couple other things ahead on their schedule. Unless
AT&T, who owns Warner Media, is like, fuck you, make the Snyderverse. And they're like, well, I guess we got to.
Oh my God. Is Doc saying that Bad Bobby's
$23.99 a month for her OnlyFans account?
God.
Or is she saying we should do it?
Or
no, I think that rather than put that money in her OnlyFans account, you should put that money into our OnlyFans /Patreon account, where you get more goodness. You get noobs OnlyFans.
We get me dressed as Granny Goodness. If you sign up for our platinum membership, you will get me in a calendar with doing sexy poses of Granny Goodness.
Well,
full
we're going to
granny.
hold you to that.
I'm going full granny.
Are you talking about your girlfriend? You should talk to her.
No, I'm going to go full granny.
You're going to be in it with yourself.
I am.
Interesting.
Buy OrkU. Wow. Fuck you, Doc. So I think that's it for the regular news. I think we're going to go to Orc Tales now.
Well, then let's get into Orc Tales then.
It's not a victory. We're making history. It's now time for some outrageous Orc Tales.
Speaking of explosion crashes.
Oh my God! Yes. So an
F-30 F-35.
I don't know what that is. That looks like
to end itself and just shot itself.
Is
right
that how
in the face.
Steve Trevor dies in Wonder Woman 84?
That is how he dies. Him and this plane just shoot each other in the face. Well, no, they take their own lives. So this particular plane decided to shoot itself.
How does it shoot itself?
Do you know what an F-35 is?
It's a jet.
Yeah, it's like there's I think it's 5th generation of jet planes.
Sure.
Where the government's paid like bajillions of dollars.
It does zoom
thing.
zooms.
It does zoom zooms, and apparently this one decided to end itself.
Well, it does zoom zooms, and it has a big old gun on the bottom there. A big Gatling gun, actually. And the Gatling gun is called the GAU-22A, and it's mounted on the underside of said plane. We can see it here in an image where they mount the big old Gatling gun of a penis on this plane. It caused $2.5 million in damage when the round exploded after it was fired from the gun itself. So fortunately, because of this design, they had to mount on the underside of the plane, because when the round exploded, it wasn't right next to the pilot because there was a version where the gun was mounted like on the wing, like next to the pilot's head. So if it was that version and exploded, it probably would have taken out the pilot. This version exploded, it caused the damage, but the plane was actually able to be landed safely and everybody survived.
Everybody survived. Well, that's good to hear, except for the plane. The plane did not survive.
The plane survived. It landed. It just
it did land?
It landed. Yeah, it landed. The guy was able to land it. He just had $2.5 million in damage.
Oh, it's just kind of like Fight Club. So it shot itself in the face and then realized that Tyler Durden was a figment of the plane's imagination.
Of its own imagination. What I thought, now when I heard the story, I thought that it was a cooler story. Unfortunately, it wasn't. It was just like a bullet exploded right after it left the barrel. But I did find a much cooler story. Back in 1956,
Okay.
a Grumman F-11 flown by Thomas W. Attridge over the Atlantic Ocean was doing flight tests with the machine gun that it has. Well, he was about 13,000 feet in the air when he started firing some bursts from his gun. Immediately afterwards, he goes into a steep dive, picks up some speed, gets below the bullet, which was slowing down above him. That bullet slowed down and dropped down into himself. He actually shot himself with his own bullet.
So he also was trying to commit suicide.
This
plane.
was not like an accidental. This was an accidental maneuver, but this wasn't like an explosive round just like malfunction. This was the guy shot into the air and then flew down faster and actually caught up to his own bullet.
So it's like bullet
shot
catch.
himself. So the guy literally shot himself. Now that one crashed. He was able to get it back to land, crash it in some trees. He broke his legs and his back, survived somehow. But yeah, when I hear a plane shooting itself, this is what I picture. Much better story than a round just kind of blowing up because it malfunctioned.
I just kind of figured this plane, got real sad, went back in its hangar, took a long drink of whiskey,
and
looked
then
around,
ended itself. It got declined for extension of unemployment.
Couldn't get a credit card. Decided to just end itself.
Yeah.
Goodbye, cool world. That's what I envisioned, because aren't planes sentient at this point? No.
I think so.
Pretty damn close.
So.
We're gonna get to some sentient machines in a little bit.
Isn't it like the stealth bomber? Like a pilot can't actually fly a stealth bomber without all the smart AI that's involved in it, or something like that.
Isn't your car like that?
I guess so.
Our car, yeah. You know what? Our effing cars are like that now. I can't stand how much. I can't even change my own brakes now because the cars are too damn smart.
And then it's those Predator drones. Those things still scare the pants off of me.
Yeah.
You ever seen a real Predator drone in real life?
No.
An unmanned Predator drone?
Nope.
They're like the size of actual planes. So just imagine a flying robot that can go. It's virtually quiet and can go.
It's pretty big. It's not like, it's not the full size of a plane, but they're pretty damn big.
Damn close. So that means it's holding giant it's got full size missiles. Like that thing is that's pretty creepy that they can just fly this unarmed thing that can kill you. I know it was pretty creepy when I saw one because I have secret access to the military. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you want to tell us about it?
I cannot, although I will say that I did have access to the CIA headquarters.
Oh my
God! And I have proof.
So apparently, in the chat has divulged into wanting me to dress like a wrestling hooker,
like your WWE character that you can download. Which, if you'd like, you can download the Z character. You can download a noob character.
I don't even know what game it is. WrestleMania 77 or something.
A Scott character as well.
What game is it though?
I don't know. What game is it? It's WWE something. The most recent WWE game has exclusive OrkU characters.
Well, apparently,
try to find it. I forget where the hell they are.
Apparently,
those are the greatest picks ever.
Mark D wants me to dress up like my WWE counterpart, Super Gay Noob.
I feel like, Scott, you forgot to do some fan picks too.
I did.
There was a lineup. Did you show the lineup? The WWE?
No,
lineup?
I completely forgot that. I dropped the ball horribly on that. I apologize.
It's
There's
WWE
a whole
2K20.
lineup. Yeah, there's a whole lineup of WWE characters, OrkU WWE characters that are downloadable and playable.
Including some of our amazing fans like Mark D and Doc. So you can download those characters as well.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I'll tell you what, though, there's a teaser next week because I want to get more pictures. I want to get more pictures of the other players as well. We're going to unleash the entire series next week when we go live on Friday.
I'm still trying to get
nights.
footage. I mean, that's my
Yeah,
goal.
I'd love to get that. If you can get that, then I absolutely we'll spend some real time with it. But we'll definitely there's a teaser for next week. We're gonna go into that with next week.
Oh my God. Well, speaking of gay outfits, Lil Nas with Nike and shoes.
Is it Lil Nas X now?
Lil Nas X. It's always been Lil Nas X.
What?
He apparently has Satan shoes.
Yes,
I think
he does. Which do you know why they're Satan shoes?
Because of his latest music video.
No, but do you know like what makes them special and what makes people pissed?
No.
Apparently, there is blood in the shoes, like in the soles of
Actual
the
blood?
shoes. Actual blood. Yeah, that's a thing. So,
Are you effing kidding me?
oh no, it's weird little Oz next.
Are you kidding me? Really? He's going to try to make money off of my image?
Didn't you get a lap dance from him there, Scott? Which made me not Scott, Satan. I got highly disturbed.
Where's
by all
Scott?
of
This is Satan. If you look on the screen, you clearly see Satan.
I clearly do see Satan. So it's been a very long time, Satan. It's been a very long day. So I totally forget. Why do you not endorse these shoes?
Of course I don't endorse these shoes. Have you seen the video? The guy thinks he tried to kill me at the end of it.
Yeah,
Snaps,
and he gives you a
snaps
lap
my
dance.
neck. Like you can snap Satan's neck. Are you kidding me?
Why did you let him give you a lap dance for so long, Satan?
I was enjoying it.
Oh my God.
Didn't you see it?
I just saw Scott's picture.
I was enjoying the video, the lap dance from
You're
Little
enjoying
Nas X.
From Little Nas X, you were enjoying that.
Oh my Lord.
Until he
lap
went and snapped my neck. But of course, it didn't kill me because you really think you can kill the father of all evil?
The prince of
The sexual
darkness.
Satan?
Yeah, were you the real Satan or just the sexual Satan?
I'm the real deal, baby.
He's got that bullhorn. That means he is down for anal.
Oh, jeez. I didn't realize that those horns were removable.
They removable. They have multi-purpose, anything from drinking to insertion.
I see.
Noob
Yeah.
has stories about all the insertion that you can do with these ones.
How much are these shoes then,
So,
Satan?
Little Nas X, as he goes by, or Little Shit in my book now, is trying to sold these shoes for
Modified Nike.
$1,018 a piece.
So he bought Nikes and then they recustomized them or something and put blood in them?
The company made 666 pairs, and they all sold out in minutes.
Wow. Well,
can't
apparently
believe-
Nike's not real happy about this, so they filed an injunction.
Now Nike, and these Nike assholes, remember, these are the same guys I made a deal with to get them Jordan all those years ago.
Is that how Kaepernick signed with you?
Yes. That's
Oh my
anything
God.
that could have happened with Nike is my responsibility. You're welcome, Nike. But now they're going to try and sue because they got a problem with these shoes. Well,
Did
guess
you-
what? Nike didn't have a problem with the Air Gods that they put out last year. They didn't
put out
sue
Air
God
God?
over that.
What?
They wouldn't go and Nike didn't want to sue God over the Air
Oh my God.
Jesuses that they
Discrimination.
made
You have a
last
legitimate
year.
discrimination
Complete
case
discrimination.
against Nike.
You know how much better these shoes are? Miley Cyrus rocked them.
Oh my! What? That's not
my
Miley
God.
Cyrus. That's a man.
That's
That is Miley
That
Cyrus rocking
Is
that does not just
what
happen.
in the?
the
What?
Satan Yeezys.
No thanks,
She looks like a young trucker.
dog. Like what?
Sucker dog?
Hard pass for me, dog.
Hard.
I'm gonna need her
pass.
without clothes, and that's about it. That's the
You're
only.
gonna need her without clothes?
Yeah, I can't. Well, look at that.
I'm
That's
pretty sure there's a penis tucked in.
I don't know what's going on.
What is going on here?
Satan. Although, side question: Did you make Colin Kaepernick kneel before you?
Don't what you
Of
think
course,
that
because
was
he
like
kneels
the
before
greatest
everybody.
advertisement
Are you
ever.
kidding?
I just had to get that in
Oh,
there.
jeez.
So what? Okay, I don't understand why this is a thing. I'm
Well,
still scarred from Miley Cyrus.
apparently, Nike's got a problem with a shoe with their emblem on it, bronze pentagrams, inverted crosses, and the red ink filled soles that quote unquote have 1 drop of human blood. That's what they have a problem with.
Whose blood?
They didn't say.
Miley Cyrus's blood.
Miley Cyrus's blood.
Oh boy. Well, this story is making me uncomfortable. I don't know about you, noob.
I want to move on.
I don't want.
I would rather spend my time on knife wielding spider penises or something.
We prefer a different god there, Satan. So why don't we talk
knife
about
wielding spider gods?
We like better gods.
Are you kidding me? Oh wait, damn it!
No.
Are you kidding me?
Something compels you. Be gone. Something compels you.
Now you other gods that you're worshiping, knife wielding
Better
spiders.
gods.
Look at this stupid rock. Do you see a spider anywhere on this rock?
I see a spider. I don't know about you, but I see a spider wielding a knife.
There's no knife wielding spiders on this rock.
That's probably because you have the.
You know what? This is pissing me off. I gotta go pick up Bad Baby, whatever the hell her name is.
Oh Jesus!
You got to go on a date with her.
I gotta go. It's not a date. I'm collecting. I have a collection to make. I gotta
she's
go.
legal now.
So yeah, now that she's legal, her soul is mine. So we're
What
gonna go.
the fuck?
Okay.
I got a collection to make there. We're gonna go take care
All
of
right.
that.
Thank you, Steve.
I gotta
Thank
go.
you.
You know what?
Yeah.
And noob.
Goodbye.
We're good.
Yep.
See you later.
Oh my goodness.
Goodbye, Satan. Something compels you. Goodbye.
Jesus is dying right now on the cross, and this is what you do.
Yes.
On a good
I don't really see this spider.
I don't see a
this
spider.
picture.
I don't see what the hell. This looks like a. I
Looks
don't
like
know.
a rock, Scott.
Yeah. How is
It's
this
a rock. This is
spider
what,
wielding knife
This is
god?
what they're all excited about. There was some farmers, and they were clearing more land, and they uncovered this. They
I see it now.
they destroyed
I
like
don't.
60% of it. You do not see it.
farmer?
Don't lie. Don't lie and say like you see it.
Oh, I see it.
Knife wielding
No,
spider
you
god?
don't. you see the knife-wielding spider
Where's the
god?
knife wielding spider?
Not
Go ahead.
really.
Why would it die? First of all, I mean, if I was going to worship a god that was,
It'd be
A
a knife wielding spider.
I would prefer to wield a knife rather than not to wield a knife.
Also, for
Look,
our
there you go.
for our
There's-
audio
but this
listeners,
is-
this makes no sense.
But this is
So there
an
was a-
image
Scott
from
put up
some.
a picture of a rock for us to be
But
confused
wait,
by.
wait. This is an image from somewhere else. This is not from the dig that they uncovered. This is just from somewhere else. So if you're watching, this is what they uncovered. It's a rock carving of a Twinkie.
Uh-huh.
And
I
this
thought
is,
it was
and
like
this is,
one
and
of
this
those
is what
little
they're
caramel things
trying
with
to say it
caramel
was.
inside. A YOLO. What are those things?
Wait, huh?
What's the candy that has the caramel inside?
Rolos?
YOLO.
Rolos, not
Rolos.
YOLOs.
Rolos.
YOLOs.
I thought they were describing a Rolo here, but clearly that's a knife wielding
That does kind of look like a Rolo.
That does. That's a Rolo.
The Rolo McFlurry from
That's-
McDonald's was
that's-
on point, though.
That's an angry turtle.
Could be. Or it could
that's-
just be a rock.
Or
It looks
it's
like
a
a
rock.
rock.
Well, no,
With
you have
holes.
here's the Rolo over here. You see that, but then you come
There's
over
the
here,
Rolo.
and here's the head of the angry turtle. There's the shell. So it's an angry turtle that ate a Rolo.
Okay, but where's
And
my
they're saying-
knife wielding
And
spider?
they're saying that apparently they're connected to this image, which by the way is from somewhere else, not from the dig they uncovered. And there's your knife wielding spider.
I see a
That sort of
hammer
looks like
wielding
a spider.
I think this is a knife. This is a knife here.
It has many knives,
There's a hand. Maybe there's another knife.
multiple knives.
There's a butthole face. There's another face on its anus.
What do you mean? It's called the.
There's a
rumpus.
face that makes sense. Here's a face and a couple eyes.
That's not a
but
face.
then-
It's called the rumpus
Here's a dragon face on its ass.
or the abdomen or the thorax.
This is
Could
the
be
thorax or the abdomen, and then here's
Mm-hmm.
here's a dragon on its anus.
Gotcha. So it had dragon anus.
So yes, it's a which is
It
why
also
it has a
has
knife.
hands.
Which is why it has a knife because it's angry because it has dragon anus, which is completely treatable by your doctor.
Well, like I said, if I was going to go with some gods, I'd go with the knife wielding kind because they're probably safer than bearded
Satan
old men,
shoes.
or at least more powerful.
Okay.
Yo, you need your gods need to be in today's
Sure.
day and times. You need your gods to be armed.
And I would prefer that my God bring me Rolos.
I would also prefer
I do
that
enjoy
my
Rolos.
God was armed with a gun, but I'll take a knife.
Well, that's
Over
because
nothing.
well, that's why the other one won is because the spider brought the knife to the gunfight.
Detergerbs.
But it had 6 knives. So still a force to be contended with.
Yes, 6 knives,
Yes.
even though they have 8 arms.
Yes.
Well, no. It needs 2. It needs 2 for walking still.
At least 2. for one.
Okay.
If it had
Alright.
if it had 8 knives, it would just be sitting there flopping around swinging 8 knives. Which, although threatening, still not that dangerous because now it's not moving anywhere. You still need 2 of its legs for walking, so you can have 6 legs for stabbing.
I think we wore out all 8 legs on the story.
This story had legs, and now it doesn't.
They are all dead.
All
Yes.
those legs are gone.
So, Scott, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I think we'll move on to reviews.
All right, then.
Shiny metal ass!
Welcome to the review section of our reviews with
My shiny metal ass!
Tonight, you.
So yeah, we are giving an update on Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I think is up to episode 3.
Trey. Yes, 3.
3?
Yes,
I just
saw the
watched. I just
first
watched
2.
3 today.
Okay, so there are rumors circulating the interwebs that the ratings on Falcon and the Winter Soldier are in the tank.
Are they really?
Yeah, that
Oof.
it's actually a spectacular failure. It is fair. It's supposedly that both Wonder Woman 84 and
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
the Justice League, the only Justice League for me,
Yes.
spanked Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And they're saying that it could be a part to the woke politics that's being involved in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Your response, Scott?
I don't know about woke politics. I do know that the story is kind of blah. There's nothing really interesting going on.
It seems I wouldn't say it's like, I don't know, it's a little wokey. It's a little boring. So I'm not really sure where it's going. I mean, I like the actors, but
Yeah, the
if there's going to be 6 episodes and we're 2 or 3 in and absolutely nothing's happened and the villain is completely boring, like what is going on here?
there is no villain yet. There technically is not a villain yet. I mean, it's not a spoiler to say that Zemo is involved, but to say he's the villain, he's probably. I mean, of course, he's a known villain, so at some point he's probably going to do something stupid. But right now, he's not the villain yet. We still don't really know who the villain is. It's just them still tracking them down. This has turned into like a bad episode of NCIS. They're doing like underground dance clubs and clandestine meetings and all kinds of dumb crap. It's not great.
Okay, well, we'll keep people up to date. We'll keep moving with it. We will get to the Godzilla review. We will get there. We don't want to spoil it for anybody either, because the 3 of us have seen it in completion, but we also don't want to spoil it for anybody who wants to see it over the weekend. So we'll just kind of give our overview when we get an opportunity.
I was going to say, I've been having a conversation with Unboxing this entire time in the chat
spoiling
about
everything you bastard?
No. I said no spoilers in the chat.
Okay, no spoilers in the chat. Well, what is next?
Speaking of, is King Kong.
So
and,
we are moving on.
Yeah, we are. We're going to give
we'll
our
do that
Going to
before
King of
Invincible?
Kongs?
whatever you want, Scott. Dealer's choice.
Let's do Invincible first, because like Falcon Winter Soldier, we're 3 episodes in. With Invincible, we are also 3 episodes in. Invincible on Amazon Prime. Cartoon following a very bloody comic series and
starring Steven Yeun.
Yes,
Steven Yeun
of The Walking Dead.
A bunch of people from The Walking Dead. Laura Cohen's in it.
The bloodiness continues into the cartoon.
Is it British Laura Cohen or regular Laura Cohen?
Laura Cohen from The Walking Dead.
I know, but is she British in it?
No,
She's
not British.
She's non-British.
Yeah,
Who
but
else is
she's
in it?
normally
Yeah,
British.
no
Like, she's
accent.
actually British.
She's a British actress?
Yeah.
Is she? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no.
She's
there's,
hot.
The
She's hot.
accent is lacking.
I enjoy her.
What
But no,
else
it's a fun cartoon. I like it. It's good. It is bloody as hell.
That'll be my assertion of that.
Yeah, but I definitely would say it's. And if you want to wait until it finishes and then continue watching it, then yeah, you definitely can do it that way. It's worth doing. I think it'll actually be better to do it that way, to wait for the whole thing to release and then watch it. The episodes are good. The cliffhangers aren't enough to be like, oh, I'm waiting for next week. I have to see next week. You're either going to get into it or not. So waiting for the whole thing to release and then watch it, just kind of marathon it along, would be the best way to do it.
Yeah, I think so. I'm like I said, it's interesting enough, and I've heard things from comic book people that said it's good. You have to stick with it, and I think part of it is the premise, kind of like The Walking Dead, where like the story doesn't really start until later. You just have to kind of get through and work through a couple parts, and then eventually it gets substantially better. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll watch it eventually. I'm gonna watch another show called Afterlife on Netflix first.
That's a recommendation.
Yeah, was a recommendation. I'm gonna binge that first.
That's with Ricky Gervais.
Yes, Ricky Gervais. I love him.
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah. So,
are we moving to the Kong? Are we getting big and heavy?
We should say yes. Well, we had a little bit of an issue with our stream. And we're going to move to Godzilla and Kong and try to bring our followers back.
Bring the chat back.
The non-spoiler review that everyone was waiting for. Godzilla vs. Kong.
And this
the battle of all battles.
Will this Godzilla music get us pulled?
Probably.
Yes. Let's turn that
Okay,
what doesn't get us pulled?
Oh, we just took a hit for a stupid Kardashian video clip I played like 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Of course we did.
Stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
So
wow. I am shocked at these scores from Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. So Godzilla vs. Kong released on the 31st of March in theaters and HBO Max. I was going to say in theaters and IMAX, but in theaters and HBO Max. I saw it in theaters and HBO or in IMAX.
Yes, Noob ventured into the theaters. How
did.
was that? As far like you're the only person I know that's gone to the theater.
It's meant to be seen in a theater.
Yeah, is it much? Is it
substantially
is it
better in a theater?
I could see that happening. I watched it. I have the Roku sound bar with this big subwoofer, which was actually a real good purchase. I do like it. I watched it on the larger TV in my house with the sound bar up like halfway, which is impressive. But you could feel it vibrating. You could really the noise and the sounds. Definitely, it's a theater movie. It's one I wish I'd seen in theaters.
Yes, I would recommend if you want to go to the theater and see if you like it better watching in the theater, you should do that. But I'm going to see the reverse because I'm going to watch it tomorrow on HBO Max for a second time to see how I like it.
But Scott watched it from home, and Scott gave us a little Instagram post about it.
Yeah, real fast. I've actually watched it now multiple times from home. I watched it the first time on the TV with the sound up. Very cool. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was what we wanted. We were concerned that it was going to be a movie about people and not monsters. And we got exactly the opposite, which was fantastic. And then I watched it again. And I watched it again later on my iPad and still enjoyed it, even without the room. Well, I'm watching it as I'm going from room to room and doing work around the house. So I put it on the iPad and took it around the house with me on the iPad. And still enjoyed it just as much, even without like the big room shaking sounds, which added to it. But yeah, it definitely made a difference.
Unboxing has he saw it in theaters and he has a review.
He's actually working on his third watch around, I think, right now. So he loves this movie.
He says that he saw it in theaters and that the theater experience was amazing, and he was in a sold-out theater, and the sounds were loud and amazing, and the colors in this movie was so colorful. I definitely thought it was. I don't want to go too far into the movie, but I would definitely recommend it. I am obviously a super Godzilla kaiju fan, as you can tell from my hat
that I bought you.
And if you can see behind Noob, there's a King Ghidorah hiding behind his big fat head. If you see behind my head, there is a bunch of other characters. There's Gigan and there's King Caesar, and there's Space Godzilla all getting a cup of coffee. So as a kaiju fan, I'll give it a recommend for sure. I do have some interesting points I hope I can make and articulate for you guys next week when we do spoilers.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one to talk about. I do look forward to that.
What did the audience say so far? Like, is it worth?
Oh my goodness!
If people are going to risk it, if they're going to risk it.
Oh yes, you should risk it to see it in the theaters. The tomato meter, not as great as I thought. Well, I guess it's kind of on par.
The critics, though, I think the critics were going to crush this one. I thought they were going to say it was stupid.
Yeah,
and dumb,
it was 77% on the tomato meter from the critics, and then audience score with 2,500 plus reviews at 94%. So it's
the box office, by the way, this is incredible. I mean, it's astronomical. Tonight's Friday night, so we don't know Friday numbers, but Wednesday numbers were 10,000. Thursday numbers were 9,000. The international box office, 9 million. Yeah, you're right. 10 million and 9 million. And then the international box office so far is already at 121 million. They're saying people are ready to go back to the theater. People are excited to see big tentpole movies like this. I think if the Snyder Cut was released in theaters, it would have done real well. The thing that I don't get, and look, I have my issues with King of the Monsters, but like the critics gave it a 42% and the fans liked it at 83%. It didn't do that great at the box office, but I think this is promising. Like, look, as much as people like streaming, we have to support theaters or they're not going to release big non-tentpole movies.
But yes. I mean, we knew Godzilla came out and everyone said this was a dumb movie about people, and you had 5 seconds of Godzilla and kaiju. And they learned their mistake from that because they came out with Godzilla King of the Monsters, where it was more about the monsters. Yeah. And that was our biggest concern with this one, with Godzilla vs. Kong, was it's going to be another stupid movie about people. You know what? There were people involved, but the people actually did help along the plot, and the mix of people and monsters in this was a very healthy mix. It's the movie we asked for.
Yeah, I will make some points about it. Like I said, as someone who has analyzed many kaiju movies, and why Guillermo del Toro truly realized what it takes to make an impactful kaiju movie versus what the MonsterVerse is doing wrong. But it's still worth it. It's fun. Check your brain at the door, but you're going to enjoy it if you watch it. I think you'll like it. It's hammy enough. It's got some funny, I don't want to say it's funny, but it's got enough in there where you're going to enjoy what you're seeing, and the visuals are pretty great. So I hope this keeps the MonsterVerse going. You can never have enough Godzilla, especially considering Toho is thinking about doing their own kind of expanded universe. I mean, this is one of the most valued and storied properties in Japan, and they're very cautious about what they do with it and who they sell the rights to. So I'm interested, and I want them to keep it going, please.
I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, they still have. They still have Space Godzilla, I guess.
Dude, there's
so many things they could do.
Many monsters they could do. They can go in so many directions, and there's so many unanswered questions. We would like to see more.
And then this is a random side. Unboxing is saying the Snyder Cut has plans to be released in theaters, which I heard. But then this also doesn't make any sense from Snyder. He's saying there's going to be a 10-minute intermission before the movie starts. Wow.
No, there's no way
before. There has to be an intermission in the middle of the movie. That's what they're talking about. I mean, and it's easily done with just the way this movie's lined up with, being in the parts. So they could easily do that. I mean, if they're going to do intermissions, do 2 of them. Do like the one thing that we saw was watch the intro, parts 1 and 2 first night, parts 3 and 4 the second night, and 5 and 6 the next night. Have 2 intermissions in there. Why not? Give everyone a chance to stretch your legs a little bit.
I enjoyed watching it almost as a mini-series with it broken up over time. I did not watch it all the way through. I really, really liked it that way. So I'm hoping they get the idea. It's weird because you've got AT&T. It's strange because like HBO Max is now going to have a string of hits. Clearly the Snyderverse is something that the fans want. And then they get Godzilla versus Kong, where you feel like you've got, a solid...
We got Mortal Kombat coming out soon.
I mean, this is going to be a string of wins for HBO. Like, this is really, really... they're off to a good start, I don't love Kong versus Godzilla, but I enjoyed it.
There's some issues with it, but we'll get into that next week. Yeah.
But go check it out, folks.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely-
going to watch it
definitely-
multiple times.
Yeah, definitely go watch it. And you know, Noob says he's watching it again. I've watched it twice. I'll probably throw it on one more time before we talk about it in depth next Friday. And we suggest you do the same so you can join in on the conversation because there is a lot to talk about. Hell, go through the whole series from Skull Island all the way through to this one. It's definitely something worth talking about.
Yeah, it does connect to all the other movies. So I like this universe. It's fun. It's interesting.
Yeah. And I think that is the last of it.
That's The Last of Us.
That will wrap things up. So we have one order of business that we will be taking care of every week. Noob.
Oh, shit.
You.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh, thank you to our patrons! People's Joshua Burnett, a.k.a. Doc, a.k.a. Jaybird, a.k.a. our only founder that's going to send me whiskey, Dr. Doc. Alessa Fresh and Dr. Fresh, and I don't know, I'm drunk.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. Whatever that
Oh,
was.
jeez.
and yes, those are top tier Patreon subscribers. Our other Patreon subscribers, you saw scrolling along the bottom of the page there. We suggest that you go check out our Patreon because for multiple levels, even for the bottom tier, you get these special audio snippets from us. You got our battle with Ben, an audio version. You have other news specials with Z in audio version. You have behind the scenes pictures. You have stories. You have Noob's OnlyFans, which he's now talked into doing. So definitely go check that out. Patreon.com/our reviews will kill you. And if you like what you heard here this week, go check us out at ourreviewswillkillyou.com/links. There you will find our Instagram at ork_u. You'll find our facebook.com/ourreviewswillkillyou. If you're listening to our audio version on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, or Amazon Play, you can also find our video at youtube.com/ourreviewswillkillyou. And once again, all of that is at ourreviewswillkillyou.com/links. You will also find the store there. Z, one more time, let's take a look at that sexy shirt you're wearing. The Yoda Don't Make Me Force Choke a Bitch shirt available in our YouTube store. ourreviewswillkillyou.com/links. Definitely go check that out. Everyone in the chat, thank you. Z, you have that duty. Go ahead.
Absolutely. We do. We're sorry we forgot fan picks. We had several fan picks that we did not pull up today, but we promise we'll get back to them. We also, like we said, if you want to download our characters, our visages, or our playable characters on WWE 4K 420, I don't know, whatever that game is, we're going to do that. And then the only way that we grow this channel is by you liking, sharing, give us that thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends, share the podcast. It keeps getting bigger and bigger, and we do love all of our podcast fans, and our YouTube keeps doing some good things there too. We try to keep giving you as much content as we can. So from all of us here at Our Reviews Will Kill You to all of y'all at home, we do love y'all. And on to the next one.